So, good morning. Day 3 on the field trying to find the gear. Still have a way to go. I mean, it's quite a bit still to go. Maybe another 2 to 3 days to detect on here. And I'm a little bit later today. I'm about 10 minutes late. I wanted to be here at 6 o'clock, but it is so hot, even at night. This morning, you've seen the picture already. It's already 25 degrees Celsius right now, very hot at night. Obviously very hard to sleep in that heat, but it looks like it might get a little bit cooler next week. But till then we're always above the 30 degrees, about 33 to 36 degrees Celsius. So, okay. Let's see what we can find today. I'm sure we're not going to be as lucky with the silver as we were yesterday, but God knows. I mean, we can, we cannot. We just have to see, don't we? And that's a nice part of detecting. You never know what the day brings to you, or what kind of trash you find, or what other kinds you find, other stuff you find. Okay, see you on the first find. Let's go. So, the first step into the field, and we have straight away a signal of 71, 75, 73, 80, and that could be iron. It is pretty loud. Is it on pretty much on top? I didn't think so. Oh, hang on. There's someone close by, but I don't think that's going to be it. That might be just... Well, it could be. Piece of copper and or bronze, most likely electrical piece, modern. Okay. Now that would fit to the 72, 75, because copper and bronze like that come up in that. In those numbers. So let's take a look. Was it it? It was. Cool. Okay. Sounded much bigger, but it was massive and pretty much on top. So there you go. So we already have one find. Let's carry on and hopefully find the gear. Okay, let's carry on. And we have the first button. Nothing special, but at least a button. So let's carry on after the next. That's part of a coin. Sadly it's broken. Not sure if I broke it or not. But this seems to be one of those emergency coins, you know, what the towns gave out during the recession. So people could buy something, and that seems to have a 70 on it, or 50. I'm not quite sure, you can't really tell. But it's made out of pewter, and so there's some kind of writing in the top right there. Okay, it is roasted. Let's carry on after the next. If we don't find the other kind of iron ring, at least it is a ring in it, I suppose. It is nearly round. Okay, after the next. That seems to be some kind of bronze, like from smelting or something like that. It's definitely green. It's got a nice little patina, even though the sun maybe it's not sort of reflecting the color what I see. Very nice. I think I'm going to keep this one after next. And a little tin. Not quite sure what was inside. Totally bent, of course. Sounds like there's dirt inside. but with friends. There you go, children. Okay, off to the next. So, and the pewter button, and you can see still a little bit in the bottom right there, where there used to be like a number in. So it was, this pewter button was replicating most like the 10, or it could be, this looks like a 20 kreuzer coin, but it's only a replica sort of thing. It's not a real coin. It's made out of pewter, and when they didn't have money, this was cheap material, and it would have looked very nice and shiny. So there you go. Okay, but at least it's complete, even though it's very worn off. You can't really see much anymore, but still nice to find. Okay, let's carry on off to the next part of a sichel. In German it's Sichel. I think in English it's the same for cutting grass or weeds off. This one is a short one, so I presume that's a handheld one. Sort of smaller one for herbs and stuff like that. Okay, off to the next. Not quite sure if it is just a welding drop, but it looks like to have nice holes in it. Pretty round anyway. So, looks a little bit funny. Not quite sure what material it is. It's not that heavy that I think it's bronze. But never mind. Okay, let's carry on. I don't have to dig for this one, but it's only a flat button anyway. But nice signal, of course. Okay, let's carry on. Sun is now coming up. Going to get warm fast. What I find interesting in the area I live, I know that this used to be all water at one time, the Jurassic Sea we call it, and it's mostly chalk and then goes into sand. There's actually a sand pit behind this forest going into the valley, and now and then you always find fossilized pieces again. So you can see this is actually the bed of the sea, and this would have been corals, and this is actually like a fossilized piece in there. It's part of a plant, so you can really see how it comes up. It's one of those round ones. It's like a watery plant. Can't figure the name. I can't think of the name right now. But so that's always quite nice when you walk along. You see all the chalk built up right here. So you can really see still the ground, you know, from the corals. Beautiful. Okay. And another thing I like about detecting, especially if you're out in the wild, we have to be a little bit slower coming up onto here, because this is actually a hornet nest inside of a bird's house. Now they normally won't attack, apart if we were very aggressive. So we have to go real slow, and you can get real slow to them. So there you go. Take a look at that. There's like the hornet behind me now. So there you go. Beautiful. So we're going to just back off a little, slowly. So let's carry on. Well, I haven't found a nail in a long time, but one of those nice old ones. Okay, let's see if there's something else in the hole, because the signal was a little bit different. I wouldn't have thought it was a nail, but in this dry weather, I suppose you never know. Are we going to find something else? Nope, today it picked up the nail. Okay, let's carry on after the next. And today a lovely complete buckle, same like we had yesterday. that was broken off, as you remember. Same type. Very nice. Lovely. Okay. Off to the next. A beautiful little ring. Could be a child ring or child's ring, say it like that. Very small, of course, but very nice. Okay, off to the next. Of course, what I like is in nature, going out. I like the Mirabelle plums. Very nice. So they're nearly ripe to be harvested, and the farmer actually makes schnapps out of it, liquor. So he puts it in a big barrel, lets it ferment, and then it goes to the distillery, and they make lovely alcohol out of these. Plus you can make lovely jam out of it, and they taste fantastic. Okay, in German we just call them Mirabelle, and in English we call them Mirabelle plum. Okay, let's carry on, off to the next. And the first coin, and it's Deutsche Reich 10 rice pfennig, so that should be imperial because it's copper. I can't see a date on it because it's so dry, but it's got the eagle on the back, so it's going to be somewhere around anywhere from 8, I think I can see 18 actually right there, 1875. Let me just try to clean it up. So, not silver but copper, but still a nice coin. So, off to the next. Had to try and think for a minute what this was. This was full of dirt and I just cleaned it out. But it's actually a lighter, isn't it? The fuel goes in the bottom down here. And so on. So, sadly it is broken. But never mind. Off to the next. That is it again for today. It's now 8:30 in the morning and the sun is burning down already, so time to go home again into the cool, or cut wood, whatever. Not quite sure yet. I might even cut some wood still today in the shade, hopefully. But never mind. So let's carry on. Modern trash, of course. Today no silver. We had yesterday 3, so that's most likely going to be it for this week. But not sure. Then we got the iron trash, of course, the tin, a couple of one cartridge and one primer cap, shotgun shell, harmonica reed, the electrical appliance most likely, the lighter, and then of course the ring, which is very nice. So I think it's going to be from a child. The coin, little piece of lead that was a bugger to find, but never mind. Obviously the buckle, the lovely little buckle there, and other pieces. So, but at least we did. But at least we did find a coin and other nice stuff. So, still haven't found the gear, but my opinion is still that it's in the bale, being wrapped up. So, because the ground is so clean, and the machines do pick up a lot and comb up a lot. They sometimes have stones inside of them and so on, and that's just a pretty big piece. That's what I'm considering, but we're not going to give up. We're going to carry on and finish this permission and try to still find that gear. And once I'm done over there, I'm going to go back to that one piece we did the first day and try to do that again, because I know there were a lot of signals. They sounded good, but most of them are going to be trash, but that's okay. Okay, so see you tomorrow morning, if all goes well. Till then, take good care, keep smiling, and enjoy life. Bye bye.